Here we go. All right, so sorry about last week, guys. During our peeling the onion part 2, which was the actual meat and potatoes of the skincare class, we did my power went out and my internet went out, and so I couldn't even box anybody to tell them what was going on. So I just noticed when we posted the recording that Trinity's portion did not record, and so I wanted to follow up with that on the beginning of part 3 so that if anybody is ever going to be watching in the future, they don't miss out on those last 2 products. The last two products that we put on our face during the meat and potatoes to complete the ultimate miracle set is the moisturizer, which is, the anti-aging moisturizer. It's going to hydrate your skin if you're normal to dry, and if you're combination to oily, it's going to help control the oil. And so you always want to reassure those who are oily that I know we're putting a lot of product on your face, but you are, it's going to control your oil. So you're not going to get real greasy or, produce any more oil. So hang on just a second as I try to work toward this to eliminate some of the background noise. Also, the firming eye cream. Now, every woman needs a great eye cream by the time that she's age 19, even men. Okay, there you go, Richard. And so with the firming eye cream, I always talk to them about what our firming eye cream will do. And it does 4 things. It firms, it softens, it depletes dark circles by 46%, and it's highly emollient. And so the proper way to use our eye cream during the morning, this is going to be the last product that you put on before you do your foundation, primer, and your foundation. And you're going to put it in the crow's feet area. But you're going to use your finger, the ring finger, because it applies the least amount of pressure out of all your fingers. And so you're just going to stipple underneath this area right here. Because remember, this is the thinnest layer of skin on your entire body. And if you're pulling and tugging day after day, you're breaking apart capillaries, which is going to cause deep dark circles and fine lines and wrinkles. But during the night, it's also the last product to go on after you've done all your other regimen, and you want to do around the horseshoe. You start with the product on the brow bone and you stipple around. That's why it's called the horseshoe. The reason you start on the brow bone is because your body naturally heats up at night while you sleep. So that product is going to seep from your brow bone to your lid, and it's going to firm and condition that lid area while you sleep. And that's going to help prevent you from getting loose, crepey lids as you age. If you've ever put makeup on your mother, grandmother, anyone who's elderly, that their skin will move, and this is going to help firm up that area. So that is our last 2 products that we missed out on from part 2 of the meat and potatoes. So now let's continue on with part 3 of our breaking apart our skincare class so that you can master every part. And today, I believe, is really one of the most important parts. And this is where you're going to continue on with your success of meeting new faces. And so this is the parts that you never, ever want to skip. Okay, just like when I tell you when you book a class, you never skip coaching the class ever. You never skip this part. So after the meat and potatoes, and you've done that, now you're going to give them a break, and you're going to play that fun desert island game. And this is where you get out your fabulous worksheet, and you say, okay, and you pass it around. You say, I want everybody to put your first and last name at the top. Make sure it's the first and last name. If you've watched my referral game video on YouTube, I tell you why you need that. You need that for your text message that you're going to send out, all right? Now, you're going to say, we're going to play a fun game. We're going to pretend like you are stranded on a deserted island, and the man of your dreams is coming to rescue you. And I always say something funny like, we're just going to assume that's your husband. We don't need to know otherwise. And everybody usually starts laughing. And say, okay, now what is that one product that is your go-to product that you cannot live without, that you have to have before that man of your dreams arrives on the desert island to get you? And then I want you to give them some ideas. You could say, are you a mascara kind of girl? Are you a lip gloss kind of girl? Do you have to have foundation? And so you're in that price point. And you say, okay, at the very top, write first name and last name, and then your go-to product. You have to tell them like 3 or 4 times to write it up here, because every time they start writing it here, every time, they don't listen. So say it 5 to 10 times if you have to. Now, once that you see that they put their first and last name and their product, and everybody's done that, then you continue on. You say, okay, if you had a good time tonight and you felt like if you had a good time and you love the product and you like me, the biggest compliment that you can give me is to introduce me to your family and friends. And I want to pamper them in your honor. For every name and number that you give me, I'm going to give your friends and family that are overworked and underappreciated. That's what I want you to think about right now, is all your friends and family that are overworked and underappreciated. I want to give them a pampering session and a gift certificate in your honor. It will not cost you anything. It doesn't cost them anything. It's you passing it on to them that you had a fun time tonight getting pampered, and that I get to do the same for them. So now I'm going to give you a few minutes, and I'm going to set a timer. You don't have to set a timer. If they're rushing and writing and fighting to see who wins, you let them keep playing it out. At one party, 2 people were racing, and they both filled up 2 of these. I just let them keep going, because that's more names for me. And then I tell them to go, and I said, you can use your phone. This is not a test. And then they start writing. And that's how I get all these names. This is now, once you go to the closing the class or the individual close, this actually becomes a booking tool for you, and we will talk about that in, I think, part 4. All right, so that is that. Now, once you do that, the next thing you're going to talk about is the second appointment. All right, and this is where you want to get out your visual aid. I get out my visual aid, my little laminated things that I use, and I talk about that second appointment. And I say, tonight we just did basic skincare, some basic glamour, but at your second appointment, when you meet with me privately to go over some skincare things that we did tonight, so if you want to purchase any product, I'm going to give you a gift certificate to use at your own private session with me. It's your advanced glamour session. And I'm going to teach you about your eye shape. I'm going to teach you the proper way to do your eyeshadow based on your eye shape. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to contour. We're going to use our wonderful concealers or under eye correctors. Here's the thing. If you've ever heard of Project Runway, that is the show that we are on. That's our makeup artist. That's our makeup. And when a consultant is out in the field, she has those tools, those glamour tools to use and to demo on you. And so you're going to get to use many of those tools at your second appointment, okay? You're also going to get to try our famous mascara. This is our Lash Intensity Mascara. Absolutely no fibers. We spent 5 years developing this. It has a dual impact wand that's going to give you 200% thicker lashes and 84% longer lashes. You get to try that at your second appointment. All right, now, here's the thing. You guys know I'm really particular about my workstation. And so I would have all of these things set up in the order that I'm going to talk about them. I'll also have my glamour display, okay? So at my party, I show them some of the glamour colors that they're going to get to try. And so I have this great little lipstick caddy with some of my demos, okay? I also have my eye color palette, and my cheek palette. And you can get I haven't gotten this yet. I used to use it, but it broke. Go to Hobby Lobby and get a really good one, like a plate holder, like a wrought iron plate holder. You can get them 40% off. And set your color palettes in that so they sit up and they're kind of behind. You can't see, but they're kind of behind your lipstick, so that at your workstation, you've got your glamour, then you've got your skincare on display, and then there you are with your roll-up bag. And so the eye will sell. I am selling them on me. I'm selling them on that second appointment. with the eyes, the eye candy. Glamour is the eye candy. If you do not have demos, full-size demos and stock, please work really hard to build up your collection, because it's so much easier to work from full size than samples. You get star credits for your retail products. You do not get star credits for your samples. These tubes last forever. And when I'm at the glamour party, I take the tops off and I roll them up and I set them there, and it looks really pretty, and everybody's so excited. It's just like you've come to them, the department store has come to them. Please work hard building your inventory so that you have the stock to show and sell. All right, so then I talk about at their second appointment, if they want to share it with a friend, then if they share it with 3 friends, I give my customer a monogram brush collection, and she gets to use it at that appointment. And I teach her how to use these professional brushes that are natural fibers. So she gets the bag, she gets the 5 professional brushes, and I monogram the bag, okay? That is a gift if she shares that appointment with 3 friends, okay? If your sales are not as high as mine are, make it 5 friends, okay? This is a $55 purchase. Out of your pocket, it's what, $27.50? It's worth me giving away $27.50 to meet 3 new people, okay? Is it worth you giving away $27.50 to meet 5 new people? You get to choose. It's your choice. So now I've talked about that second appointment, and I've sold them on what they get. I've sold them on the glamour candy and the brush bag. Now we're going to get to the green cards, okay? And this is where you get that class booked. And so you're going to get out your green card. Let me find one that's got the blank back. Hang on. All right, so you're going to play another game. So remember, with the fabulous worksheet, I have a prize in the middle of the table that the one who has the most names is going to get that prize. But I also have a second prize in the middle of the table. And I say, don't worry if you didn't win the prize from the Desert Island game. We have one more fun prize or game to play. So this is my green cards, and here's what I want you to do. On the back of the green card, I'm almost ready to show you everything that's on sale, okay? And then I say, before I do that, I have to show you what I think is the best set of them all. I'm going to show you lots of different sets. But this is the businesswoman set. And earlier in the party, I talked about my business, myself, my why I do this, my kids, my success, what I actually started out doing this for. I did talk a lot about some of the tax benefits of owning a business like this, but I do want to share with you some of the benefits other than the things that you can see, that visual. I want to talk about the tax benefits. So in 16 years, I've almost earned $1 million in commissions and sales, and the most we've ever paid in taxes is $3,800. So I want you to know that even having a little hobby business, you can write off a portion of your square footage, a portion of your mortgage interest, your utilities, home phone, cell phone, pest control, lawn care, office equipment, office supplies, dry cleaning, miles, meals, all those things that you're using anyway. If you started a little business like this and you ordered the $100 businesswoman kit and got your business started, you get your Mary Kay at 50% off, or as long as you're a consultant, you get over almost $500 in full-size products, samples, supplies, enough to start your business. These are full-size products, and you'll see the great deal this is when I show you the regular price sets that I'm going to show you. But you get the tax deductions. You get, there's no quotas. You get to run your business. You get, build it with family and friends. You've got that reorder business coming in. But here's what I want you to think about. What if you just went and did 3 parties and there were 10 people at each party? That's a fairly large Mary Kay party, but let's just say you got 10 customers. That's 30 customers. The average woman is known to spend $2,000 a year on color cosmetics and skincare and body care. But what if she just spent $1,000 with you a year, okay? And you'll see how that's easy to do in just a second because you love the product. If you had that woman spend $1,000 a year with you, okay? Skincare, glamour, supplements, body care, you got it, new lipsticks, seasonal lipsticks, whatever. That's $30,000 with 30 people. If you really work and you own the skill of increasing your ticket per customer, that's $30,000. 50% of that is yours. 15,000 from 3 initial parties, but you have mastered the skill of customer service. That's a great little part-time job, and you get all the tax deductions. See, what we figured a long time ago is when that second income, working for someone else, is pushing my husband, it was pushing my husband into a higher tax bracket. So my $50,000 a year salary with corporate America, after taxes, after daycare, and after pushing my husband into a higher tax bracket, it was really only bringing home $500 a month. And so it was easy for me to walk away from my corporate salary and be home with my babies and change every diaper and feed every bottle. So this is the businesswoman kit. I want you to just remember this kit. $100 changed my life. Changed my life. It changed my destiny, and it changed the demographics of my family. I would not have been able to afford my 3rd son, my 4th child, and definitely not the adoption of my fifth child because of the cost of daycare and the cost of working in corporate America. So that's what the $100 starter kit did for me. So now when I pass around these green cards, I've got a wonderful gift in the middle of the table, one more gift. On the back of this, I want you to write one of 2 things. I want you to write, you're going to get a second glamour appointment. I'm going to come to you. I've got a gift certificate that you get to spend on yourself, on whatever you want. You can put me, okay, just me, which is going to be me and you spend your gift certificate. Or if you write free and you're willing to invite 3 of your girlfriends, remember, I have your fabulous worksheet right here. So I know you have at least 3 friends, right? You can write free. That means that lets me know that you want to invite at least 3 of your girlfriends so that you can get this wonderful brush collection. All right, so here's your choices back here, me or free. Okay, me is just me and you, and that's okay if it's just me and you. I'll bring you a cup of coffee and we'll have a good time. But if you want free stuff, you write free, okay? Me or free. So write that right there. That's your choice. Now, let's go ahead and let's do that. I'll give you a minute. Right now, let's flip over. You always give them a minute because they're getting confused, okay, if you do too much. Now, second thing is on this front side, it says A, B, or C. After watching me tonight, seeing what I do, hearing my story, knowing what I did with the $100 starter kit, if you think this is for you and you're a risk taker and you think, wow, I blow $100 at Walmart every time I go and it didn't change my life, I'm going to give this a try. Circle A. Let's go for it. Say, I'm all in. That's A. Or B, I would love to sit down with you. Buy me a cup of coffee. I would love to sit down with you and ask you some personal questions to see if this is the right fit for me. Then if that's you, circle B, buy me a cup of coffee. And we'll talk later. I'll send you home with some information and a really great video. Or circle C, call me later. Right now, I want to remain a full price paying customer. And that's okay because I'm about to show you some really good deals on some really awesome products. All right, so circle A, B, or C, and then pass this forward, and then I'm going to draw for our last prize, and then I'm going to show you what's on sale, okay? So guys, they're always going to fill out, like here are one of the last parties that I just did. There were 5 people there. Free, and they did it on this page. Free, 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 free. All 5 book parties with me. 5 classes booked. It works. Don't skip these steps. I love this. Thank you, Trinity. I copied that from Trinity. I was doing the ABC, and she took it one step further. Love it. Okay, so now, so you've got the fabulous worksheet. You've got the green cards. Those are 2 prizes. What prizes you put in, you can put an eyeshadow in. Remember, that's $4 out of your pocket. You can buy some little minis. Eye makeup removers, those are $2. I believe the travel size of, or the trial size of the lash intensity is $2. Anything like that, from this section too, that have the minis. Okay, those are really great little gifts to put in the middle of the table. Okay, so now we've done that. I've showed you my glamour that I have on display that helps you sell that second appointment with you. Okay, now I want to, Marianne, Trinity, do you guys want to share anything that you guys do? Because that's what I do. That's what I've always done, and it works for me. So I want to turn it over to you guys for a second before we talk about our pumpkin spice winner, before we do our winners tonight. Okay.
Hey, Michelle.
Marianne, you go first.
Okay. So for the deserted island game, y'all remember that whenever you have a single facial or just a double, you need to go watch Michelle's videos, because she tells you how to switch the order so it's not awkward, because they don't want to race by themselves. Another thing that I kind of just go with my gut. Like if I don't see that they're competitive people, like if they're really chill or laid back, or maybe even really guarded about giving away phone numbers and stuff, I've basically just told them, I used the whole speech, what Michelle said about getting, passing on the pampering experience. And at the last one I said, if you can share 20 of those names for each person that you share, you get $2 off your next purchase. And so you can get up to $40 worth of free product for your next purchase. So what that's doing is by me saying, if you can share 20 names, number one, that sets the standard high. So they're going to stretch for that. They may not fill out all 20, and that's okay. But if I didn't say that, they might fill out like one person. And when I tell them, that's up to $40 worth of free stuff off your next order. So notice you're not cutting yourself short for this purchase, because you already have some deals on the menu. It helps with your future business, and it's a great incentive. I've always had a great turnout whenever I've done this one, and if I didn't feel like doing the deserted island game. So that helps out a lot. So that's a different one. If you're let's say you're building up your inventory and you don't have all that free stuff that they list on the top or whatever, you'll have the opportunity when they reorder to give them that discount and stuff. That's just one thing that I've done differently every now and then. But I do love the deserted island game. It's a lot of fun.
Yay. All right, Trinity. Thank you, Marianne.
First of all, you look flawless. Holy cow, you look so pretty right now. I don't know why. But I was going to say the exact same thing. I'm so glad you said that, because a lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes you'll have people that are just really not fun, fun people. And so they'll say, well, I don't want to give you my friend's numbers, and so you have to be ready for that. You don't want to get in that situation and be like, oh, okay, that's fine, because it will happen. Sometimes people are just, hesitant. If they don't, know you. I'm not going to lie to you. When I played this game the very first time at Michelle's party, it was for Desi, Michelle. I put fake numbers down for everybody. I didn't even put real numbers, because I was like, I'm not giving you my friend's phone numbers. I don't know you. And so you have to look at it from their perspective and make sure. I always tell people whenever I'm asking, I always say, you realize I'm not crazy, right? I'm not going to hound your friends. I'm going to ask them one time if they want to hang out with me, and they're going to get a really cool gift certificate in your honor. And so that makes it a little bit more exciting. So just be ready for that one person. If they say, I just don't really feel like doing this, and say, okay, awesome. I can always contact your friends on Facebook, give them that option, give them kind of an out so that they don't ruin it for everybody, if that makes sense. Or you could just take the paper away from them and say, okay, we'll see who else wants to win, but always stay in control of the situation and remain confident, because they'll be able to tell from you if you're not confident about it, and then everybody else will kind of feel that way too. So just keep that in mind. And I do want to really, really emphasize the importance of the second appointment, because I sometimes, I'm not perfect, and so I had this appointment that's sticking out of my head, that I literally was pounding the second appointment, pounding it. We were doing skincare, and I was focusing a lot on the second appointment. I kept saying, the PMS appointment, personal makeover session, and I just kept saying it. Well, then when it came time for me to close out this girl, she was one of my good friends, and I chickened out. I was like, okay, well, I'll see you later. Have a great night. Bye. And she was like, wait, don't I get a personal makeover session? I was like, oh, yeah, you do, of course. And so she booked herself for me, and it was awesome. But it was all because I had done the work, and I had said it over and over, and I had enticed her throughout the entire presentation to where she wanted that session, and she was not leaving without one. So that ended up being a great party because she booked it herself. So keep that in mind too, just really enticing them. That second appointment is everything. It is gold. So just a couple of things there too.
Cool.
Okay, Trinity, is that your new kitchen behind you?
Yes, I'm cooking in my new kitchen right now. Y'all, this has been the most stressful thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
But so excited.
So pretty.
Thank you, Mary Kay.
That is the result of some great, hard Mary Kay work, girl. That is awesome. She's going to have some more exciting news to share in a couple of days, right?
Oh, yes. Y'all be praying.
We're still closing out the months.
I know, right?
The month. All right. So now,
Michelle, I got two more things real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
So Trinity was talking about the bookings from the bookings. So that's what Mary Kay's talking about. When you get the second appointment, you're at a party and you get another appointment. Michelle just told you she just booked 5 appointments from one party. That is classic Mary Kay. Okay. Mary Kay always said, leave every appointment, every party with 2 appointments on your books. So that way, like your business keeps going and going and going and going. If you don't book those second appointments, you'll start to see your business kind of like come to a screeching halt, and you'll wonder what happened. So if you own that skill of always booking from a booking, you'll never have to talk to a stranger. If that talking to a stranger, what we call warm chatter, scares you to pieces like Michelle, and you want to throw up in a trash can or someone's shoes, you do bookings from the bookings, like she said. So this is just classic Mary Kay, and it's been working for 53 years. And then 2, just to point out on those ABC cards, just because someone circles a C, don't write them off. Some people are too chicken to circle A or C. Basically, in your mind, you just take that paper home with you and just decide that at some point in your life, you're going to eventually share the opportunity with every single person, because their life does change, and sometimes they just need more information. So just never give up on people, and don't ever write them off just because they're a C. So lots of times we, in one conversation, could take someone from a C to an A within 2 questions. So.
Very good. And I want to just say something funny about those people that are at your classes that just really are not acting like they want to be there, and they don't want to give you any names. And they're like, I don't know if I want to give you my friends' names. Let's be real. They probably don't have any friends. I mean, people that aren't fun don't have a lot of friends. And that's okay. They are doing you a favor, because if they do have a friend, they're probably just like them. And we love friends, right? We love having fun. And we're energy giving people, and that's what makes us also great in Mary Kay. That's what attracts people to us. We're charismatic. And so make sure that when you are at your skincare class, you're fun and energy giving, because you've got to sell yourself. So the product will sell itself, sell them on the opportunity, and sell them on the product, and sell them on you. And you do that for you about being energy giving and charismatic. So, all right, so we've got 2 prizes to announce. We've got our Pumpkin Spice Challenge winners. And congratulations to Tori Faulkner. She has 6 appointments. Our new DIQ. Woo! Tori, yay!
Yay!
Hey, and Hudson should be down in just a second. Marianne, go ahead and tell me how many numbers we have. Let me yell for him real quick. Hang on.
Okay.
Hudson!
Tori, I'm so excited for you. I don't know if you're on the call right now.
She is.
I am. Thank you.
Yay! She needs those 6
I can't wait. I want some more people in DIQ. Who wants to join Tori?
right. All right.
They're probably like
So
all
tell-
muted out.
How many numbers do we have?
Still writing down names. Holy cow.
Oh, okay.
This is a good problem to have.
Yes, it is. We got a big crowd
Because
tonight.
I'm on my phone, so I don't just have the list. I have to like
Okay.
scroll through each page. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 17. Yay.
17. Pick a number 1 through 17. He actually has clothes on tonight. What number? 7. 7. Number 7.
Sarah Hartman.
Sarah. Yay. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Next week is going to be part 4, and it's going to be closing the class. We are going to rock that out, and I think I'll just spend the entire time on closing the class so that we are romancing those sets and the roll-up bag and all that good stuff, okay? All right. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Night.
Good night.